Over 65? Here's what you should know before reaching for that handful of nuts. If you're over 65 and enjoy snacking on nuts, you're definitely not alone. They're crunchy, they're satisfying, and most of all, they seem healthy, right? Well, here's something most people never hear. Not all nuts are created equal. In fact, some common nuts that we often assume are good for us, especially in older age, may actually cause more harm than good. And get this, according to several respected medical studies, choosing the wrong type of nut can increase your risk of heart problems by nearly 50%. Now don't worry, this isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to inform you. Because the more you understand about how your body changes with age, the better choices you can make every single day. Why nuts can be both helpful and harmful after 65. There's no doubt nuts can be packed with good things. They're full of healthy fats. They provide protein. And some types even support brain health, strong bones, and steady energy. But here's the catch. Not all nuts work the same way in an aging body. Some are high in fats that promote inflammation. Others may interfere with blood pressure. And a few contain compounds that when eaten often can actually impair memory and focus over time. So what does that mean for you? You don't have to stop eating nuts. In fact, eating the right kinds can be a powerful way to stay healthy, strong, and mentally sharp well into your 70s and beyond. But you do need to know which ones to include and which to avoid. Nuts can be a wonderful part of your daily diet. They can help protect your heart, support brain function, and even reduce joint pain if you choose wisely. But just like anything else, more isn't always better. And not all healthy foods are right for every stage of life. So listen to your body. Be mindful of the kinds of nuts you eat. And make choices that match where you are now, not where you used to be. Because staying strong, sharp, and steady after 65 is absolutely possible. And it starts with little choices like these. If this information was helpful, share it with someone you care about. Because good health isn't just personal. It's something we can give to others one smart step at a time. And if you have a favorite kind of nut that works well for your body, feel free to pass it along. You might just help someone else feel better too. Let's start with the good news. For nuts, adults over 65 should eat every day. For stronger health and sharper minds. As we grow older, especially past the age of 65, our bodies begin to change in quiet but noticeable ways. Bones may not feel as steady. Memory might slip now and then. Energy levels start to shift. And the risks of heart disease, diabetes, and other chronic conditions can quietly increase. But here's the good news. Those changes aren't a life sentence. You still have the power to shape the way you age. And one of the simplest ways to do that is through the food you eat every day. There's no need for complicated diets or expensive supplements. Sometimes it's the small, consistent choices that make the biggest difference. Today, let's talk about 4 simple foods you can add to your daily routine that support your bones, heart, brain, and overall well-being. And the best part? They all fit in the palm of your hand. They're crunchy, tasty, and easy to find. Yes, we're talking about nuts. Let's explore 4 of the best nuts for older adults and how they help you stay strong, sharp, and energized well into your golden years. 1. Almonds for strong bones and a healthy heart. If you're looking for one small food that does a whole lot of good, almonds are a smart place to start. Almonds are rich in 2 key minerals, calcium and magnesium. These minerals are essential for keeping your bones dense and strong, especially as you age. Osteoporosis, a condition that causes bones to become brittle, is more common after 65. But eating foods like almonds can help lower your risk. Just a small handful of almonds, about 15 to 20, can give you a helpful dose of these nutrients each day. But there's more. Almonds are also high in monounsaturated fats, the kind that help protect your heart. They help lower bad cholesterol and support smoother blood flow, something that becomes more important as your circulation slows down with age. Plus, almonds contain fiber, which helps keep your digestion moving. That's especially helpful if you struggle with occasional constipation. a common concern for older adults. And here's one more bonus. Almonds contain antioxidants. That may help protect your brain cells and keep your memory clear. A helpful tip: choose almonds with the thin brown skin still on. That skin contains flavonoids, which work together with vitamin E to form a powerful antioxidant pair. 2. Walnuts for brain health and a calmer heart. You've probably heard people call walnuts brain food. There's a reason for that. Walnuts not only look like tiny brains, but they also contain nutrients that directly support the brain. One of the biggest players is omega-3 fatty acids, specifically a plant-based type called ALA. Omega-3s help brain cells stay flexible, so signals can travel smoothly and efficiently. As we age, those signals can slow down, but omega-3s may help keep the brain active and responsive. Walnuts also contain compounds called polyphenol. These are natural chemicals that reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain. Some studies even suggest that eating walnuts regularly may reduce the risk of memory loss, dementia, and other age-related brain conditions. One study found that older adults who ate walnuts every day had better thinking skills and more mental flexibility than those who didn't. How much should you eat? Around 7 to 9 walnut halves per day is enough. And here's a tip: store them in the fridge. Because of their natural oils, walnuts can go stale if left out too long. 3. Pistachios for blood pressure and eye protection. Now let's talk about pistachios, the little green nut with a big list of benefits. If you're watching your blood pressure, pistachios are your friend. They are naturally high in potassium and low in sodium. This combination helps keep your blood pressure stable without needing medication in some cases. In fact, some studies show that eating pistachios daily can lower your systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That's a meaningful change, especially when it comes without side effects. Pistachios also support eye health, which becomes more important as we age. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two plant compounds that protect your retina, especially the part called the macula. This part of your eye helps you see clearly and sharply, and as we grow older, it becomes more vulnerable to damage. Adding pistachios to your diet can help lower the risk of macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. Here's a fun bonus: pistachios come in a shell. Shelling them yourself slows down how fast you eat and gives your fingers a gentle, fine motor workout. Good for coordination and patience. Ideal amount: around 49 pistachios a day is a great target for both flavor and health. 4. Brazil nuts for thyroid support and energy. Last but not least, let's talk about Brazil nuts, a nut you don't hear about as often, but one that plays a very special role in your overall health. Brazil nuts are incredibly high in selenium, a mineral that supports your thyroid gland. Your thyroid controls your metabolism, how your body produces energy, regulates temperature, and even affects your mood. As you age, your thyroid can become less active, and that may lead to fatigue, slower thinking, or weight gain. Selenium helps your thyroid make the hormones your body needs to function properly. Even more impressive, selenium also helps protect your nervous system, especially something called the myelin sheath, a layer that surrounds your nerves and keeps signals moving quickly and smoothly. That means better reaction time, sharper focus, and more control over your movements. But be careful. A little goes a long way. Just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day can meet your selenium needs. Eating more than that regularly can cause your selenium levels to get too high. Helpful tip: buy Brazil nuts in the shell when possible. It helps preserve their nutrients and keeps them fresh longer. A gentle reminder: small changes can lead to big improvements. When it comes to staying strong after 65, you don't need to change everything overnight. Adding a few healthy nuts to your day is a simple, powerful step toward better bones, a clearer mind, and a stronger heart. It doesn't take much. A few almonds in the morning, a handful of pistachios in the afternoon, a walnut-studded salad for dinner, one Brazil nut as a nightly snack. These little additions can make a big difference over time. You'll feel more balanced, more focused, and better equipped to handle the daily ups and downs of aging. Final thoughts. The road to healthy aging isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about listening to your body. And it's about giving yourself the right tools, one bite at a time. So the next time you reach for a snack, remember these 4 powerful choices: almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts. Because even at 65 and beyond, your best days can still be ahead. And if you found this guide helpful, feel free to share it with a friend, a neighbor, or a loved one. You never know. Your story might be the inspiration someone else is waiting to hear. Now tell us, what's your favorite kind of nut? We'd love to hear your thoughts and celebrate this journey with you. Here's to strong bones, sharp minds, and joyful years ahead. For types of nuts people over 65 should avoid to stay healthy and strong. Eating smart becomes even more important after age 65. Your body changes. Your metabolism slows down. Your digestion shifts. And the foods you once enjoyed without a second thought may now affect you in ways you never expected. Nuts are often seen as healthy snacks, and many of them are. But not all nuts are created equal, and some can actually do more harm than good for older adults. Certain types of nuts can quietly affect your heart, your joints, your liver, and even your memory, especially when eaten regularly or in larger amounts. So today, let's talk about 4 types of nuts that people over 65 should either avoid or eat with extra care. Because sometimes, staying strong and staying independent comes down to just making smarter choices one bite at a time. 1. Peanuts, a common snack with hidden dangers. Peanuts are one of the most popular snacks in America. You'll find them in candy bars, trail mix, salty snacks, and of course, peanut butter. But here's something you may not know. Peanuts are not true nuts. They're legumes, which means they grow underground. And because of this, they are more likely to grow mold before harvest or during storage. That mold produces something called aflatoxin, a toxic substance that has been linked to liver damage, and even an increased risk of liver cancer, especially over time, with regular exposure. That's not all. Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fats. Now, your body needs omega-6 in small amounts. But when there's too much of it and not enough omega-3 to balance it out, it can cause inflammation, the kind that worsens arthritis, slows healing, and strains your heart. Peanuts may also trigger low-level allergic responses in people, even if they don't have a full-blown peanut allergy. These reactions can build up quietly, causing fatigue, joint soreness, or changes in digestion. And for those taking blood thinners, peanuts contain vitamin K, which may interfere with how those medications work. What to do instead? If you love peanut butter, try almond butter, or look for peanut-free options made from sunflower seeds or pistachios. If you snack on peanuts out of habit, try switching to dry roasted almonds. They're crunchy, satisfying, and far safer for your liver and heart. 2. Cashews, creamy and tasty, but not always friendly to blood sugar or bones. Cashews are soft, mild in flavor, and easy to enjoy by the handful. But for people over 65, there are a few things you should know. Cashews are one of the higher carb nuts. 1 ounce of cashews contains about 9 grams of carbohydrates. That means they can raise your blood sugar fairly quickly, which is especially risky if you have prediabetes or diabetes. And many older adults do, even if they don't know it yet. Cashews are also high in oxalates. These are natural compounds that bind to calcium in your gut. And when that happens, your body can't absorb the calcium you need. That's bad news for your bones. Because as we age, we naturally lose bone density and need all the calcium we can get. There's more. Because cashews are soft and curved, they can be easy to eat too fast, which raises the risk of choking, especially if you have trouble swallowing or have missing teeth or dentures. A better option, if you enjoy creamy nuts, try unsalted pistachios, or have a few walnuts instead. Both are better for blood sugar and offer more benefits for heart and brain health. 3. Macadamia nuts, rich and flavorful, but calorie-dense and hard on the heart. There's no denying it. Macadamia nuts taste amazing. They have a rich, buttery flavor and melt in your mouth. But that richness comes at a cost. 1 ounce of macadamia nuts contains about 200 calories and over 20 grams of fat. Most of it is saturated. While not all saturated fat is bad, too much of it can raise your LDL cholesterol, the kind you want to keep low, especially if you're trying to protect your heart. Older adults tend to burn fewer calories than they used to, so those extra fats and calories can quickly lead to weight gain. And extra weight puts more pressure on your knees, your hips, and your lower back. Macadamia nuts are also very dense and can be hard on your teeth, especially if you have crowns, bridges, or sensitive enamel. A healthier choice. If you enjoy that rich flavor, try switching to a small handful of almonds. They're lighter in calories, better for your heart, and easier on your mouth. You still get crunch. You still get satisfaction, but without the extra fat weighing you down. 4. Pine nuts, small in size, but big on problems for medications and taste. Pine nuts may look harmless, and they're often used in pesto or gourmet dishes, but they carry risks that many older adults don't know about. First, pine nuts contain compounds that can interfere with how your body processes medication, and not just 1 or 2 types. Research shows that pine nuts can affect over 60% of common prescriptions, including blood pressure drugs, cholesterol medications, antidepressants, and more. That's a serious concern, especially if you're taking multiple medications, which many people over 65 are. Pine nuts can also cause something called pine mouth, a strange reaction where your taste buds go off, and food suddenly tastes metallic or bitter. This reaction can last for days, or even weeks, and it often reduces appetite, which could lead to unintended weight loss or nutrient deficiencies. Finally, pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which can go rancid quickly. Once they oxidize, they may actually promote inflammation rather than reducing it. Simple advice: skip the pine nuts, especially if you're on multiple prescriptions or already dealing with joint inflammation. There are better choices out there that won't mess with your medications or leave a bad taste in your mouth. Smart choices keep you strong. It's not about giving up nuts entirely. It's about choosing the right ones for where your body is today. After 65, your heart, your joints, your liver, and your brain need a little extra care. And what you eat plays a big part in that. So take the time to read the labels. Notice how your body feels after certain foods, and give yourself permission to make small, smart changes. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be aware. Avoiding the wrong nuts and choosing the right ones can make a big difference in your strength, your comfort, and your long-term independence. So if this helped you, share it with a friend, a sibling, or someone you love, because the more we know, the healthier we grow. And if you'd like more tips like this, click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to feel better. One day at a time, one bite at a time. Conclusion: small steps, big health, especially after 65. Turning 65 isn't the end of good health. It's the start of something new, a new season of life, where every choice you make matters even more. The truth is, you don't have to give up all your favorite foods or follow a complicated diet to feel better, stronger, and more in control of your health. You just need to pay a little more attention to the simple things. As we've seen, choosing the right kinds of nuts can help protect your heart, support your memory, strengthen your bones, and give you steady energy throughout the day. But it's not just about which nuts to eat or which ones to avoid. It's about creating smart habits that stick. And the best way to do that is to start small. You don't need to change everything all at once. That can feel overwhelming. Instead, Try one small change today. Swap out a sugary cookie for a handful of almonds or walnuts. Grab a few pistachios instead of reaching for potato chips, and your blood pressure may thank you for it. If you've been eating a lot of peanuts or cashews, and you're taking medication, or watching your blood sugar, now might be a good time to cut back or avoid them altogether. And don't forget, food is just one part of the picture. Drink enough water throughout the day. Your joints and digestion will work better, and your energy will stay more steady. Move your body. Even a short walk or some gentle stretching can help your circulation, your balance, and even your mood. The key to all of this is one word: consistency. One smart snack won't change everything, but choosing better, day after day, week after week, that adds up. And before long, you'll start to feel it. A little less stiffness in your knees, a little more energy in the morning, a little more confidence when you move. That's what real health looks like after 65. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about building strength and wellness, one small choice at a time. So if this article helped you, why not share it with someone else? Maybe a friend, a neighbor, a sibling who's walking the same path. And if you've already made a few changes to your routine, we'd love to hear about them. What nuts have you added to your meals? Have you noticed any difference in your energy or your joint comfort? Leave a comment. Tell your story. Because when we share what works, we help each other grow stronger. And remember this: taking care of yourself today is the greatest gift you can give to your future self. Start with one good choice and keep going from there. Your health, your strength, and your joy in everyday life are worth it.